Chapter 1. The Mind is the Real Birthplace. Have you ever paused to imagine if everything you rely on vanished overnight, your money, your connections, your identity, your reputation? Could you rebuild yourself? Napoleon Hill believed every human carries a hidden mental force, a power capable of giving a person a second beginning. Not a literal rebirth, but a rebirth of the mind. People rarely lose because their bodies give up. They lose because their minds break first. But those who learn how to reshape their thinking are the ones who reclaim their lives, where life truly begins. So where does a person's real life begin? Is it the day we were born, or the moment we first awakened to true thought? Hill expressed it in a single, unforgettable line. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This isn't a catchy phrase. It is one of the deepest truths about human consciousness. You are truly born the day you recognize the creative power your mind holds. The moment you understand that your mind shapes your reality, that moment becomes your second birth. No rituals, no ceremonies, just a shift in awareness. The power of mindset. When someone says you can't do this, you either accept it or decide to prove them wrong. Whichever path you choose, one factor determines everything: your mindset. Two people can face identical struggles, one gives up, and the other becomes unforgettable. Take Thomas Edison. The world insisted it was impossible to capture light inside a small glass sphere. Edison devoted thousands of hours to making that impossibility real. People mocked him, laughed at him, told him to stop after so many failures. Edison simply replied, "I haven't failed. I've just discovered 10,000 ways that don't work." That is the contrast between a mind that collapses and a mind that rises again. The power of choice. We may not all be born prodigies, but each of us has one extraordinary gift, the freedom to choose our thoughts. Every day and every moment we make this decision. Will we think in fear or in direction? A limited mindset limits the future. An open mindset expands it. This shift in thinking carved roads through mountains, turned stones into temples, and transformed failures into stories worth telling. How thoughts program your life. Think about your own life. How many times have you stopped yourself before even trying? How often have you said, "This isn't for me"? Each time you say that, your mind quietly programs itself to believe you and begins closing doors. But the moment you say, "I'll try, I'll learn, I can do this," your mind begins revealing possibilities. The mind is simple. It follows whatever you repeatedly instruct it to follow. Say, "I can't," and it will offer you proof of why you can't. Say, "I absolutely can," and it will uncover how you can. That is the power of thought. That is the beginning of rebirth. A single thought can break you, and a single thought can build you again. Hill called this the creative rebirth of the mind, a mental rebirth that shapes you into the person you wish to become. The hidden poison, negative thinking. Now let's focus on the part of the mind that harms us the most. Negativity. You cannot see it, but it quietly corrodes your life from within. Negative thoughts act like mental cholesterol. Just as physical cholesterol blocks arteries and leads to a heart attack, negativity blocks the pathways of your dreams until your dreams begin to collapse. We often tell ourselves, "I'm exhausted, I'm not motivated," when the truth is, we're not tired, we're poisoned. Poisoned by our own thinking. Daily worries eat away at us. What will people think? What if I fail? I don't have the resources. These thoughts drain strength and leave us empty. Research shows nearly a quarter of our worries never happen. We spend our lives battling imaginary situations, suffering imaginary defeats, and then blaming life for being unfair. Life isn't unfair. Our thinking is untrained. Negativity isn't just a habit. It's a psychological addiction. The mind seeks comfort in familiar fear. This fear is known. The new path is unknown. So we cling to fear, finding safety in discomfort. Rewiring the mind, neuroplasticity. But the day you decide, "I'm done, I'm rewiring this mind," your brain begins reshaping itself. Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rebuild and reconfigure itself. Feed your mind consistent positive signals, and eventually it accepts them as truth. Your thinking shifts, your chemistry shifts, your confidence, energy, and direction shift with it. How to start your mental transformation. Hill's simplest formula is powerful. Daily positive conditioning. Begin your morning not with your phone or the news, but with your inner voice. Write down 3 things each morning that uplift you. It may feel fake at first, and your mind might say, "This won't change anything," but scientifically, your subconscious begins attracting whatever you repeatedly feed it. Write, "I am improving, I am learning, I am moving forward." Your mind will spend the entire day seeking situations that match those words. You'll notice opportunities and people that were invisible to you before. That's why high achievers always say, focus on what you want, not what you fear. The mind follows repetition. Tell yourself each day, the world is dangerous. People are bad. I am weak. And your mind will build a world ruled by fear. But say, I am capable. I can learn. I am grateful. And your mind begins creating that reality. Your choices shift. Your actions shift. Your relationships shift. The seed hidden in every difficulty, Hill wrote, every adversity carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. A strong mind shapes challenges. Challenges do not break it. If you want a new life, you must first give your mind a new birth. Because the greatest battle is not around you, it is within you. Your mind can become your greatest blessing or your greatest enemy. Each day, ask yourself, am I thinking from fear or from direction? If it is fear, pause. Breathe. Tell yourself, this thought will not control me. I will control it. That is the beginning of transformation. Remember this always. Every breakthrough humanity has ever made began as a thought. The light bulb, the airplane, the internet, meditation, democracy, all were born in someone's mind. So choose today to stop keeping your mind in the same place it has been stuck for years. Give it a new beginning, a new thought, a new focus, a new story. When you change the way you think, your entire life changes with it. This is the rebirth of the mind. Chapter 2, the beginning of a new birth. Rebirth through the mind. Every form of birth involves pain, whether it's the arrival of a body or the awakening of a mind. A seed must break apart in darkness before a new sprout can emerge. In the same way, when someone chooses to let go of old beliefs, old fears, and old limitations, they experience a new beginning, a birth shaped by the mind. Napoleon Hill once said, "The starting point of all achievement is desire. Every success, every breakthrough, every new version of your life begins with a single spark, a burning desire. It's the spark that turns the ashes of who you were into the fire of who you can become. It's the quiet force inside that whispers, I will not quit no matter what. Without that inner fire, your mind never wakes up. It simply functions like a machine that moves but never truly lives. But the moment that desire ignites, your entire nervous system rises to meet it. Your energy shifts. Your voice changes. Your words gain power. Your thoughts gather momentum, and that momentum pushes your life in a new direction. Colonel Sanders, a reminder of what desire can do. At 65, when most people begin preparing for retirement, Colonel Sanders began chasing the dream that became KFC. He presented his recipe 1,009 times, and 1,009 times people rejected him. Think about that. Most people walk away after 2 rejections, 10 rejections, 20 rejections. But he carried a fire that turned every no into motivation. After each rejection, he told himself, I can make this happen. And in the end, he transformed a simple idea into a global legacy that millions still enjoy today. Napoleon Hill explained it perfectly. Desire backed by faith knows no such word as impossible. When your desire is supported by belief, impossible disappears from your vocabulary. Burning desire is the engine that heats cold thinking into blazing action. It turns ordinary people into extraordinary forces. But desire alone is not enough. Desire only changes your life when it is genuine, self-driven, supported by action. A desire that stays in your mind and never becomes action eventually fades. But when desire is joined by faith, true belief, and that belief is followed by courageous action, That's where transformation truly begins. Faith plus action equals transformation. Faith is a simple word that carries the strength of the entire universe. Faith means believing even when evidence hasn't shown up yet. Hill wrote, "Faith is the only known antidote for failure. Consider the Wright brothers. If they had abandoned faith, humanity may never have learned to fly. When they declared, 'We will teach people to fly,' the world laughed. They were mocked. Humans can't fly. Their answer was simple. Faith can. And that became the day human flight began. Faith dissolves fear. It becomes the most powerful inner armor you possess. When the world insists something cannot be done, faith whispers, 'Try again.' But faith alone cannot transform your life. It needs structure. That structure is action. Action is the key that unlocks doors everyone else assumes will always remain closed. Without action, faith is like a lamp with oil and wick, but no flame. The formula for transformation is clear. Faith plus action equals rebirth. Every great life has been shaped by this formula. Transformation hurts, but it's necessary for growth. When Mahatma Gandhi chose nonviolence, it was not just an idea, it was action. Faith that truth and love were stronger than force, action that proved it every single day. Together, those two choices reshape the future of millions. Transformation always requires leaving your old self behind. It is uncomfortable, but it is the only path to genuine growth. Just as a snake must shed its old skin to grow a new one, we must shed our old ego, old excuses, old fears. Every time you take a risk, every time you push forward, a piece of the old you falls away, and a new version emerges. Hill captured it perfectly. Action is the real measure of intelligence. Knowledge without action means nothing. It becomes decoration, like a degree hanging on the wall, visible but powerless. Where do you start? Major transformations never begin with dramatic leaps. They begin with tiny, uncomfortable steps. Lifestyle tip: one step that breaks fear. Each day, take one small action that challenges a fear you've been carrying. Fear is not a monster. It is a shadow created by your own mind. It looks enormous until you face it once. Afraid to speak in public? Ask one question in a meeting. Nervous about learning something new? Watch a 10-minute tutorial. The first step is always the hardest, but it's the one that creates the biggest shift. Remember, every small step is preparation for your new birth. Each time you overpower a fear, the old version of you dissolves, and the new version grows stronger. It's like a daily spiritual ritual. A little of the old self fades, and a little of the new self rises. Over time, your identity changes. The person who once said, "I can't," begins to say, "I'll try." And that is the true beginning of a new mind, the inner rebirth. Every person eventually reaches a crossroads, remain the same, or create a new life through the mind. This new birth doesn't happen through sudden miracles. It happens slowly, through steady faith and steady action. Each morning you reshape your thoughts. Each time you move forward despite fear. Each time you convert your mistakes into lessons, you are being reborn. Hill said, "A man is not defeated until he accepts defeat as reality." You don't lose when you fall. You lose when you decide you cannot rise. So when life knocks you down, remember, you're not breaking. You're becoming someone new. Every time you reprogram your mind, every time you challenge your fear, every time you step forward with belief, you awaken parts of yourself that have been dormant for years. This is rebirth through the mind, where your inner world creates your second life. No rituals, no temples, no ceremonies, just your mind, your belief, your action. Make a promise to yourself, starting today. I will choose faith over fear. I will choose action over excuses. I will choose burning desire over complaints. These three forces, desire, faith, and action, are hidden inside every human being. When they come together, you break out of your old identity and step into a new birth. That is the moment when the darkness inside the mind fades and your inner light begins to guide you. Welcome to your rebirth. Life breaks us again and again through circumstances, through people, through our own patterns. But breaking is not the end. It is an invitation. a sign that a new birth is waiting. Hill taught something timeless. Success begins within, not outside. When you shift your thinking, your entire world shifts with it. Every time you conquer a fear, every time you stand back up, every time you say, I can, you give life to the person you were always meant to become. Life keeps offering opportunities, but they remain out of reach until your mind learns to hold them. So decide today. No more fear, only faith. No more excuses, only action. No more complaints, only burning desire. Because when you give yourself a new birth through your mind, the world is forced to change around you. If this message resonated with you, don't just listen. Make a promise to yourself. Every day, I will shape my mind. Every day, I will take one step that breaks my old fears. Type in the comments, I choose my rebirth. These aren't just words, they're your first step into a new life. And if you want your mind to receive this kind of powerful energy every week, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon, and join a journey where we don't just exist. We create a new version of ourselves every single day.